I've never made a YouTube video before, but after seeing the coverage of the recent Women's March, I really wanted to put my thoughts out there and say what my issues are with it. One of the things that bothered me most about the march was seeing all these celebrities and hearing their fear-mongering speeches.
Marchers, make no mistake. We are, every single one of us, under attack. Our safety and freedoms are on the chopping block, and we are the only ones who can protect one another.
To our refusal as women to accept this new age of tyranny, where not just women are in danger, but all marginalized people, where being uniquely different right now might truly be considered a crime.
But I feel Hitler in these streets, a mustache traded for a toupee, Nazis renamed the cabinet, electroconversion therapy, the new gas chamber, shaming the gay out of America, turning rainbows into suicide notes.
I think it's really irresponsible for such influential people to spread so much misinformation. How would someone who wasn't that engaged in politics feel when they hear a famous actress on stage telling them that they are under attack, that their safety is at risk? How would a vulnerable gay or trans person feel when Ashley Judd compares Trump to Hitler and suggests that they'll be forced to go to gay conversion camps where they'll be subjected to electric shocks, and then she has the nerve to bring up LGBT suicides? These people are professional performers. They know how to make an impact and bring out all kinds of emotions from people. Personally, I think they're using this and identity politics to drive a political agenda whilst getting themselves in newspapers, magazines, and all over social media. At the end of the day, all they're doing is helping to create further divides in society and suggesting that violence is okay. After all, who wouldn't feel justified in assassinating the second Hitler? The main issue that seems to be brought up is the threat to women's health, or more specifically, abortion. But realistically, Trump isn't going to be able to overturn Roe v. Wade. It's been more than 40 years since it was passed, and no president has been successful in getting it overturned, and public support for the decision has grown steadily. According to Pew Research, 69% of Americans do not support overturning the ruling, an increase of 9% since 1992. What's more likely is that he will withdraw federal funding for Planned Parenthood. It's estimated that in 2012, Planned Parenthood received $105 million of federal funding. Now, although this doesn't go directly to funding abortions, it frees up money that Planned Parenthood gets from other sources that can go towards abortions that might otherwise have been spent on other services. In Planned Parenthood's 2014 to 2015 annual report, they announced that they earned $58.8 million in excess revenue. Why should taxpayers be forced to give their money to an organisation they don't agree with that's earning a profit anyway? I don't really think this march was about women's rights. If it was, why don't we see thousands of people in Washington and Trafalgar Square protesting the fact that in Iran, girls as young as 9 and boys as young as 15 can be sentenced to death before being sent to prison where they will wait until they turn 18 when they can be executed? If it was about women's rights, these people wouldn't have supported a woman whose foundation was given millions of dollars from Saudi Arabia, a country where women can't even legally drive. Forgive me for being skeptical, but I don't think Saudi Arabia were donating out of the goodness of their heart. I agree some of Trump's past statements have been creepy, and I'm by no means a supporter of his, and I think that getting together to protest that kind of attitude is good, and it shows politicians that they will be held accountable, but I just don't think it's comparable to Bill and Hillary Clinton's scandals. There's also this cynical part of me that can't help but think a lot of this is about celebrities virtue signalling. You see models posting all over Instagram, and there's even brands using this feminism, social justice trend to their advantage. Chanel focused a whole catwalk around it, and Dior is selling "We Should All Be Feminists" t-shirts. But it's the Marc Jacobs shirts that got to me the most, with photos from Miley Cyrus's photo shoot in collaboration with Planned Parenthood that are essentially sexualizing abortion. What I think this march comes down to is people wanting to be part of something, a kind of community, a righteous event, something that they can look back on and tell people, I was there.